Evans, another good result on Tuesday, but another quick turnaround for Carlisle on Saturday.
Yeah, and a tough game. To be fair, good manager, Paul Simpson. And we've been up there at the end of last season. They gave us a bit of a hiding, if I remember. They were more powerful than us on the day, played with more purpose. Run out, I think I said on the day, very deserved winners. And if anything, Paul strengthened that team. So I'd expect him very much to be in contention for promotion. It's a big club at our level, and we have to be on our game.
Admittedly, it was a hard-fought win on Tuesday night, especially in the second half, but a first clean sheet and something to build on defensively as well.
Yeah, very much so. I think there is no doubt the first 45 minutes was our best performance of the season. I think even Robbie's words after the game, when we got briefly, if it had turned 5 or 6, it would have been nothing that we didn't deserve. I think we played with real energy, a real focus. We freshened the team up, of course, 5 or 6 changes. We'll look to do something similar again on Saturday. So we played with that real zest. And I think there's a pivotal moment why the game swings a little bit. I think we're back in command in the second half. I think they're not even in our box. They're in our half occasionally. And then we score for me, which still looks a good goal. Score a good goal. The referee chops it offside. And I think they then throw caution to the wind because I think they know if that gets in, it probably finishes a couple more at least, maybe 3, 4. And so from that point of view, they threw caution to the wind. Almost playing 4 up front, no one running back. I mean, if Stevenage scored, they score, and everybody's got a little bit nervous, and that can happen. And we didn't play on that front foot, and therefore, listen, they weren't totally dominant. They had one chance that perhaps they would say they should score, and we'd serve. So we were still in command.
In previous years, we've seen Stevenage go 1-0 up and then get a little bit nervous towards the end and very often concede late on. But you didn't get that feeling in the stadium on Tuesday night. You felt like this is going to be another Stevenage win.
Yeah, listen, it's a different mentality, different group of players, different thought process in the building. There's a statistic that's been brought to me this morning, is that we've conceded the least amount of shots at our goal in the whole of the EFL. It's an incredible statistic. And so that just means that we've got a good structure, a good organisation. I think we're in the top 4 or 5 for shots at the opponent's goal and shots on target as well in the whole of the EFL. But we need to be more clinical. I think that's what stats tell us. And probably Rochdale was an indication of that, as other games been. But, 5 and 6 changes most games we play means it's a complete squad game. We've got 18 players. We hope to have 20, but we've got 18. Everyone plays a part. There's 20, everyone will play a part. It's we want people in the building who believe in the project, who believe in the process, and who believe in what we do.
And although Carlisle didn't play on Tuesday night, they're still undefeated in the league, so they're going to be a different test, but another tough test as well.
Well, listen, they've had some super performances, haven't they? I think they've started the season really well. I think they were in outrageous conditions at Grimsby when the game got abandoned, but if they win there, they're sitting on 8 points, and I think they would win at Grimsby. That's just a personal opinion. It's a tough place to go, but I think this is a decent Carlisle side that Paul Simpson's put together. We have to be respectful of that. And they're up there. They're up there in the stats that I've just quoted you. Carlisle are up there for efforts and goal, least defensive frailties, etc. So probably in League 2, it's 2 of the top 3 or 4 in terms of teams on the stats. But of course, football's all about stats, because it's all about how many you play, how many you win, how many you lose, how many points accumulated you've got. But we know it's going to be tough. This is for me, this is our toughest opponent of the season today, and it'll give us a real benchmark for where we are. And I'm not saying there won't be tougher opponents to come, but for me, and the ones we've played from the outset of the season, and looking at the breakdowns of the squad and looking at all the positions that they've got players in, I think this is our toughest opponent.
You touched on it briefly earlier about making the changes to your starting 11. Is that something that's going to be commonplace this season, making 3 or 4 changes every game to keep the squad fresh, because it's such a small squad at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's much different, Alfie, when you play every 7 days. We're now just about to give the boys an extra day off this week, and it's because most managers did it last week. I didn't think last week was the time because we had the start of the Tuesday coming, and then I thought this week would be the time because we've now got a monologue of it. We've now got Saturday, Tuesday, maybe one break, and there'll be a real freshness about us on Saturday. So there will be changes. Will it be in every game? No, there'll be some games because what we do is we look at the opposition, we look at the style and the system of play we want to put in, and we're looking at a group. But of course, we look at the last performance. Then we look at training. We're looking at who's looking fresh in the lead up to the game, and then we pick our team because some players struggle to do 7-8 games a month. They struggle to do it. Fitness isn't out there, but they're not at the best. So we have to use our experience as a management team, and we have to break all that down and pick what we think is right. Even a chairman was talking to a chairman at length after the game against Rochdale and said he couldn't believe the team selection after we put it in the second half at Walsall. But he understood what we were doing. He accepted what we were doing. And of course, when you win as easy as well, when it works, I'm going to take the big box. So it's just good that we get the opportunity to win and talk them through afterwards our thought process.
And just finally, we're in the middle of 3 home games in 8 days. That must be a positive. Home comforts and with the home support behind you for 2 really important games now coming up.
Yeah, I thought it's the best atmosphere I've experienced at the Lamex on Tuesday night. I think in that first half, the fans I think were so excited what they were watching. I was excited. I was applauding the performance. I was applauding the efforts, determination, the will to win. People see me on my feet clapping them. So, and I want to be doing that regular. But these are 2 tough games. You know, when you say you're playing Carlisle, who I think will be in the top 7 at the end of the season. Paul will know whether he feels it could be top 3, but they'll certainly be in the promotion campaign or the playoff campaign for sure. And then we follow that up with Peterborough on Saturday, who just beat Sheffield Wednesday very easily on Tuesday night. So 2 real tough games. And wow, this is going to test the 18 players. It's going to test our staff, myself included. 2 really good opponent managers who are tactically very astute and good guys. And I'll share a glass of wine with both of them after each game.